everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren, and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you a list of my least used bags for 2024. Unfortunately, these are going to be bags that I either have not used at all or have only used a couple of times this year. So if you are curious to see which ones these are, then please keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started strong with this gorgeous Dior book tote. It's in size medium and it features this gorgeous gray embroidery. So I say gorgeous and I still think that it really is beautiful, but unfortunately I have to admit that I have not used this bag a single time this year. So this is a bag that is used as a backdrop for my videos. It's the bag that's literally behind me right here. But other than that, other than it being used as a backdrop, I have never taken out this bag this entire year, and here is the reason why. So I feel like this bag is very casual, so it's definitely more of a day bag than an evening bag. I have quite a bit of evening outings, dates, going out to eat with friends, things like that in the evening. But I don't have a lot of what I call like occasions during the day. So if I'm simply, running errands by myself and things like that, I still have a hard time taking designer bags that are not my everyday bag. So I feel a little bit, cautious about taking this bag out. So I think it's due to the fact that, of course, it is any designer bag that is not my everyday bag, but it's also because of the handles. So the handles, although they are quite beautiful, are very, very fragile. So unfortunately, this is only a handle bag. So that means, whenever you're using this bag, you are grabbing it by the handles, always at the same place. Therefore, there's quite a bit of wear and tear there, especially in terms of color or of discoloration. I was going to say color transfer, but it really isn't that. It's more like discoloration. So the fabric is becoming yellow instead of white. And it's something that tends to show quite a bit over time. This bag has not been used a whole lot, but there are already pretty big marks of yellow over the handles. So that's something that bothers me. I know this could be fixed with a twilly, but I already feel like there's a whole lot of things going on this bag. So adding a twilly would be like a little too extra for me, for my style. So I don't really take out this bag for fear of damaging it any further than it is already damaged. And also because it is quite large and quite roomy. So this is more of like, a day bag, but for, like not necessarily going to brunch. You see what I mean? Like maybe going to like a beach club or something like that for like a bunch of occasions that I actually like don't have. So this is why I have not been using this bag a single time this year, unfortunately. So my next bag is going to be a Chanel medium classic flap. It features caviar leather, champagne gold hardware, and it's called dark pink. The color is called dark pink. So I do love this handbag. If you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I am an absolute fan of Chanel. It's my favorite brand. I still feel like you can never go wrong with any of their bags, really. Size medium for a classic flap is the perfect size for me because I'm quite tall. I also tend to bring a lot of things with me, so I feel like a medium classic flap really is the perfect size. So the problem here is the color. So I love the color myself. I feel like it looks good. It looks good on me. I love having a pink bag. I don't have a whole lot of them in my collection. So I feel like this was, a good purchase and I still don't regret it. But I have quite a bit of a hard time taking this bag out because, like I mentioned before, I have a lot of like night outings, such as dates, for example. So I fear being judged as like childlike or like a Barbie or, these things that are not very nice. And I think it's hard for me to overcome. Growing up, I didn't really have a whole lot. So I still feel like I have this little bit of inferiority complex that's left in me. So I always, you know, feel like I need to impress people, whether it is like, you know, the men that I go out on dates with, or, you know, other girls that may be out at the restaurant. So this is something that I have been working on this past year. So I have taken out this bag this past year, but not as often as I would still like, because I still feel a little bit uncomfortable. It is something that I'm currently, you know, working on, and it is working. Like I'm, you know, actually taking the bag out like a couple of times here and there. But quite frankly, compared to all of the other Chanel bags that I have in my collection, this really isn't a bag that I take out as frequently. Next up, we have a Chanel Deauville. I have mine in size medium. It's in this beautiful charcoal gray color. So the concerns that I have with this bag and the reasons why I have not been wearing it this year at all are pretty much the same as the ones for the Dior book tote, so we won't elaborate a whole lot. So basically, this is a day bag. I don't have a lot of, you know, day occasions. This is like a casual bag, so once again, not really the type of outings that I do have. On top of that, and kind of unlike the Dior book tote, this bag is extremely heavy. So it's currently giving me an arm workout, honestly. And so, you know, once you start putting stuff inside, then it becomes even heavier. So very uncomfortable to wear, very, you know, uncomfortable to take, especially if you are carrying it like this. So this is why, you know, I haven't taken this bag out a whole lot. Very, very large, very bulky, actually, a lot larger and bulkier than the Dior book tote. So this wasn't a best purchase that I have made. That being said, I still don't want to let go of this bag. I've thought of selling it a couple of times, but I still feel like I don't really want to let go of it, because, you know, I always have it in the back of my head that if my lifestyle changes, or, you know, for example, if I become a mom, or when I become a mom, I would love to have kids, then, you know, this would be like a great mom bag, for example, because it is very large, it is very roomy, you can fit a ton of stuff, and if you put it like on a stroller, then you actually don't have to carry the bag, so you don't have the weight problem anymore. So, you know, we went from like this not being a great option to this being like one of the best options on the market. So this is why, you know, instead of like reselling this bag because it's not currently fitting my lifestyle, to having to buy like a new one in like a couple of years, full price, I would prefer to, you know, keep it in my collection right now. But it is not a bag that I use at all. It's something that I keep for the future, hoping that I will then use it. So next up, we have straight up what I would call a bad purchase. Honestly, I really should have thought about this beforehand. I should have done some more research. So this is the Louis Vuitton Nice Vanity. It's in size nice. So it is the larger size. The problem and the reason why, once again, it has not been used at all this year, aside from, you know, as like a decor in my bag room, is because of how large it is. So I was initially thinking that I could use this bag as like either like a bathroom decoration, or you know, a bag that I would take to store my makeup and skincare. Well, more like skincare, because I actually don't use a whole lot of makeup. To go on trips or something like that. What ended up happening, this piece is so large that it actually doesn't fit well and nicely in my bathroom. It is way too large, it is way too big, it takes up like half of the countertop space, so not the best choice. For trips, number one, I have not had a whole lot of trips this year, and you know, I don't really have a lot of trips in general. I don't go on a lot of vacation, and the trips that I do have are very, very casual trips, like, you know, going back to Canada. I don't need this type of thing, really. So I feel like this has not been the best purchase. What I should have done is actually get it in the smaller size, in size BB, because then you can actually carry it as a crossbody bag. It comes with a strap that can be used as a crossbody bag, and it is much smaller, so better to fit in a countertop space in a bathroom, or also, you know, better to take out on trips. You have to think about it a little bit less than this. So if you are on the market for a vanity, whether, you know, it be from Louis Vuitton or Chanel or any other ones, frankly, I would recommend not sizing up, because I regretted my choice and I urge you not to size up. So think about sizing down. You don't have that many products, and the smaller it is, the more use you'll get out of it, I promise. And lastly, we have the Yves Saint Laurent East-West tote. I have mine in black. So this actually used to be my everyday bag for quite a few years, for I would say probably 4 years, and now it is to the point that I don't really wear it anymore. As you can see on camera, it is well worn. I mean, you know, the corners are damaged, the handles, there's like material that's starting to rip from it. So when I carry it on my shoulders, for example, little leather pieces, little black leather pieces start to rub on my shoulders and come out of the bag. So this is why I have not been taking out this bag a whole lot this year. I think for like a couple of outings here and there, on days where, you know, like field day, for example, at my school, like days where I knew that, you know, I would get my stuff dirty and I would need something that would be old. So then this is my choice. But for basically anything else at this point, I use the Goyard Saint Louis tote bag that I have in size PM, which is one of my favorite bags in my collection, and definitely the most used bags, one of my most used bags. So this is why, yeah, this is probably to the point where I am ready to let go of it and sell it. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do want to emphasize that it is not because these bags are not working so well for me that they wouldn't work for you. Simply be aware of the few points that I have made if you are on the market for any of these purses. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.